Welcome back to another episode, a brand new episode of the Black Fat Femme podcast, where all the intersections of identity are celebrated.
Yes.
I'm one of your hosts, John, also known as Dr. John Paul, and it's 2026. And while you all might have moved on to achieve things in your resolutions, even though we told you not to, I'm still in 2025. I want to take it back real quick.
Why? I want to go back there, girl.
Just for a second.
Bojangles promised me. So Bojangles, I'm gonna need you to come to the front of the room. Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to come to the front.
Okay.
I put your ear close up to the microphone or to the earphone. You know, I just want to know, where is the Bojangles I was promised in Los Angeles?
Oh, was it supposed to be here?
I was promised a Bojangles here.
Okay.
You're opening one up in New York. I see that one
Okay.
getting ready to open, and you got a second one that's open in Vegas.
Okay.
But I ain't forgot. You promised me Bowberry biscuits, and I'ma need them. So I just wanted to say that I'm still in 2025 with the hope that I'm gonna get a Bowberry biscuit with my chicken. But anyway, how are you, Joho? How are things? How's the year treating you?
You know, I just want to say, funny that you say that, because there's supposed to be a Schmackery's Cookies, which is also based in New York. It's supposed to open up literally like a block away from me. And it said opening summer 2025. It's January 2026. And it still
Delays.
says 2025.
Delays.
I just want to know
Delays.
where we at. But anyways, lovelies, it's your Bessie Jordan, aka Joho. And I told y'all this recently, and I'm gonna share with y'all. If you see me, a fat bitch, working out in the gym, please do not, and I
Leave me
repeat this,
alone.
do not come up to me and say, "I'm proud of you for being here."
Mm-hmm.
Baby, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are.
know who you are.
I don't know. Stranger danger. I've been going for months. No need to say you're proud of me for being here, girl. That's the first thing you don't do. Second, please don't ask me if I need some pointers on what to do. Baby girl, the form is forming, okay? Don't let the nails fool you. I'll scratch a bitch up. And then three, do not don't ask me for any pointers, and don't solicit your pointers to me either.
Nope.
Respectfully,
Go away.
my trainer's right here on my phone. I don't need you to say anything to me, actually.
That's right.
You know how I'm minding my business? It's a free thing. You pay for this membership, but you could do for free is mind your business.
Come on.
Please and thank you.
Come on.
I literally
Respectfully, fuck you.
Me in the gym, like my mom business. I'm in here bit bopping to songs, and this dude again was like, "Hey, I'm proud of you for being here." And I was like, "Oh,
Please.
there's 4 other people here that you haven't said that to." But you tell me the fat bitch. I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I was like,
and that's how it goes every time.
I literally looked at him. I was like, I was buffering, and then
just
I was like,
silent. Please go away, please.
This is. And if you made me take out my headphone system to you, girl. Anyways, not important. I'll just say, y'all bitches get y'all my damn jock. Okay, I cannot stand y'all. Now that being said, family, today we have a spicy conversation with y'all. And I'm excited to share our guest with you today. I've been following them for quite some time now, and I've loved his work around sexual health and advice around relationships. He is a creator, an educator, and host of his own new show, Butch Queen After Dark, who just had a live show around Los Angeles. Please welcome to the hot seat today, David Brandyn. How are you, lovey?
I am
Hi.
great.
Thank you for being here, baby.
Thank you. Look, thank y'all for having me. Y'all know I love this podcast. And what the fuck is going on at the gym? What is going on at the gym? I'm gagging.
You're gonna approach me.
You know, people feel
meet you in the showers.
Yeah,
Don't be like,
that's the only thing I want you to approach me for. Don't
okay,
approach me for
don't be
nothing
like,
else.
I'm proud of you being here. Be proud of me in the sauna. Like,
Yeah.
let's go back somewhere else. But don't be, I'm proud of you right here. No,
That's so
it's a
fucking
thing.
weird. That's so
It's a
fucking
thing.
weird.
It is very weird. It is very weird. It's partly why I got a Peloton.
Yeah,
I got sick of going to the
Get
gym.
away from these fuckers. Because what's happening is, you know what's happening? That man is in someone's life who needs motivation, right? He got a wife at home, he got a girlfriend at home, and he ain't talking to her. He ain't talking to her.
Nope.
He's at the gym looking for random strangers to wish well. When he has people in his life that need that from him,
Please go
and he's
away.
giving it to the wrong people. What are we
I would
doing?
say,
No
like,
way.
go say it
I
to your
know what
kids.
you're saying.
They
Go
need
for
your
your
affirmation,
kids.
not me. They need your affirmation. Go say it to your kids.
I'm sure you got 3 kids you ain't seen
Yes.
in a
Honestly, you ain't
year.
seen in
Yeah.
2
Go
months. Go
give
tell them
them
about them for
affirmation.
showing up today,
Yeah.
girl.
Pay your
Yes.
child
God
support. What you
damn.
doing?
That part.
Out here trying to be DOJ in the gym. Girl, I ain't got time for this.
Go
Girl,
Ooh.
away. Please. Yes,
people
yes.
are weird. Wow.
It may be a new year, but as you see, we still in the same shit. So we're gonna kick off this show that we do every week by giving our girl Miss Campbell her flowers in our Still Here segment. And since
Oh,
we're talking about the sexy Butch Queen himself, we're gonna ask you a question about sexual health education.
Okay.
What was it like when y'all were growing up? When did you actually feel like you had got adequate education? I'll start with Pastor David and Pastor John. So I know for me, I had done a reproduction class in 5th grade. I had to get parental consent. My parents had to come as well too. And so that was my first like foray into understanding.
wait, pause. Your parents had to come with you
Mhm.
to the
To school.
Wow.
To my elementary
Interesting.
school.
Wow. Okay.
And
I've
it was
never heard that, but
because
go off.
Me
I'm
there were
either.
sorry.
Okay.
there were very few parents and kids. Maybe it was like a group of like 10 groups, right? Like 10 parents and kids, like 10 groups of parents and kids, and like a school of hundreds, right?
Mhm.
And so I'll give my parents kudos for saying like we think it's important that you understand this. And my dad, bless his soul, would not do a good job of explaining the birds and the bees. He'd be like, we got birds and we got bees, and then you got you. And I was like, nope. And my dad legit was like, this bird had lobbies. And I was like, okay, period. But what does that mean?
But how did the bees get with
For
this?
this
Yeah, with the
little baby right
birds and
here.
the different species. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Like, okay, and so that was in 5th grade. And then I remember in 7th grade, we had a unit in my like science class that was also about reproduction. And
Okay.
we just watched vaginal birth videos like
Mm.
every day
Yes, I
for a week.
remember
I was
that.
like, well, this
God.
traumatized the girl. Honestly, that
Yeah.
was my gay awakening because I said I do not want that experience in my life. That
Mm.
was a wow. And people who give birth that way, ooh, kudos to y'all because y'all be doing the damn thing.
Yes,
Could not be
please.
Sure.
me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
Mhm.
think my actual like adequate education around sex came way beyond school.
Yeah.
Came like when probably I was in university and there was like
College.
actual education
College.
about right, especially like men who have sex with men, right? There was like no
Yeah.
education
Mm.
about men's sex with men. It was mainly about this is a penis, this is a vagina. Here is like I got anatomy down. Anatomy was down
Yeah.
easy. Got that through my education.
That's right.
Nothing about actual like sexual health and sexual awareness. And so that was all university. And again, it wasn't through classes. It was through the
Videotape.
the GSA. I was going
Oh,
to
the
say
Oh, the
GSA.
GSA.
I thought it was
videotape.
yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Videotapes, yes, and hands-on practice.
Well, how you doing?
Figuring it out.
Mhm.
It
What are you
was
doing?
very but
Mhm.
let as you go. But no, it was really from like the GSAs because they would have sexual health like workshops or
Wow.
they'd partner with like like in my community college they'd have like a local clinic that would do HIV testing and STI testing and they would bring them into
Yeah.
education that way. So that
Oh.
was my
You were up
experience.
in Oakland, right? So that
Yeah.
actually tracks.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
at this point, my community college, I was already in Oceanside.
Okay.
So back in the
Okay.
Bay was just my my kindergarten through high school
Mhm.
education. But
Mhm.
so I didn't get anything about testing. I mean, there was a GSA that I went to, but really like no one was talking about sex. Everyone just
It
having
was
sex. So
tame.
it was
Yeah.
like no one was talking about sex
Well,
at all. But
yeah.
in community college, when I actually in my joining that GSA is when we actually started talking about like sexual. And I think remember we did. I was a theater girl, and we did the Normal Heart, which is
Mhm.
it's a very strong play written by Larry Kramer, focusing on the HIV and AIDS crisis in the 80s. And
Yeah.
so our director encouraged everyone to get tested. Not
Mm.
and like often the only queer person, maybe two of us were queer in the actual cast. Us were all like straight allies playing queer characters, and we had to do a whole like discussion about like sex in the 80s, which was
Mm.
actually really cool and also so
Yeah.
fascinating because everyone was like so scared for the testing, right? And
Right.
like I had already tested like
Mm.
several times because if Rush side, if you get free pride tickets if you get tested. So I was like, girl, I've been
Yeah.
testing for years.
Right. There's
And I was like,
incentive.
oh, and they were all like, we're like shook and scared. So it's a really fascinating experience to see that. But I was like, come on, allyship. But
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
my education growing up throughout
Okay.
my childhood and young adulthood. David, how about you?
Yeah, it's a great story. I think for most of us, you know what I'm saying, I was a kid that grew up in the 80s and the 90s. So like there was nothing really. There was nothing in
Mhm.
school, right?
Mhm.
At least in my very young age, there was nothing in school.
Mm,
But my
yeah.
mom is an RN and she works in maternity, right? So she helps, deliver the babies and all that stuff.
Mm,
So my mom, I still gotta ask her why, but like she taught me and my sister about sex very young, like 3, 4 years old. We knew about dicks and vaginas. Like we knew about it.
Yeah,
And
penis and
yeah,
vagine.
yeah.
Penis and vagine.
Penis and vagine.
Yes.
So there was a book, and
Mhm.
I believe the book is called Where Do I Come From? And it featured
Yes.
actually, do you know
Yes.
this book? Do you know this
I'm
book?
familiar. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
It
Oh.
familiar.
featured, 2 characters, 2 actually
Mhm.
fat characters. It was a fat man and a fat woman, right? And they would
Mm.
have sex, and you would see them have sex, and the book would explain for kids, "This is how babies are made." It didn't say
Yep.
pee-pee or wee-wee, it would say penis, it would say vagina. My mom was very, like, conscious about using those words, and not to, like,
Yeah.
baby or infantilize those words. So that was my first, entrance into sex education. And then, health class, I think around 8th, ninth grade, I was in health class, and in
Mm.
health class, we did reproduction, we
Yes.
did STIs.
Mhm.
We I think I had
Mm.
a pretty like, looking back, I think I had a pretty good health class for the time. We wasn't talking about no gay
Mhm.
shit, there
Mhm.
was no queer shit, there was no gay shit. That wasn't happening. But
I don't know what y'all do over there, but that is
That
not
part.
me.
yeah, we
Uh-huh.
wasn't doing that. I mean, I wish, but we weren't doing that. But
Yes,
we
right.
were getting into the things. And to be quite honest, I was a terrible student. I was not good at school, but by choice. I just didn't want to do it. But health class,
Mhm.
like I was getting A's, 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 A's. Like
Tuned in.
yeah, I loved
Mhm.
health class so much. I would, like,
Yeah.
study, I learned how to study better through health class. I would, like, take my vocabulary and turn it into a song, so I had all these, like, sex songs in my head because that's what we were, like, learning about,
Mhm.
that I
Yeah.
had, like, written so I could memorize the vocabulary. Long story short,
Mm.
that was my introduction, and I
Mm.
think you'll probably ask me more questions about it later, but,
Yeah, yeah.
that's where it started,
Um,
and yeah, that's where it started.
that's
Mm.
that's really good. I think to kind of juxtapose y'all's, I think I probably had the worst. When I say
Mm,
my
Mm.
experience with it was absolutely terrible, and I think a big part of it is, obviously they didn't entertain queer conversations, but I think a big part of it was I grew up in, even though I am a Cali native or a SoCal native, I grew up in a very, very conservative part of SoCal. And
mhm,
so I think
Mm.
that that was a big part of it, right? They were trying to do as much as they could to kind of make us believe that, the one woman, the one man, and,
uh-huh.
they come together. It was very much a lot of that. And so,
Mm.
um, I do remember, kind of to your point, being in health class, 8th grade. I think that's when it really kind of like, well, no, 7th grade is when it started
Mhm.
to kick up. But they split the boys and the girls up. I don't know if y'all classes did
Interesting.
that, but I know for us, they were like the
Oh.
Yeah.
girls learned one thing, the boys learned one thing, and that was kind of it. The general notion was
Mm.
if you have sex, you're going to hell. That was basically kind of the way it was
Mhm.
taught. And
Mhm.
then they showed us the video basically to traumatize us around. And again, and when I say ill, I don't want to make it sound like I'm that I'm yucking. I'm
For
thinking from
sure.
a 7th grade perspective,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't know what's happening. You don't
Yeah.
understand it. All of these fluids are gushing. You have this whole baby come out in blood, and you're going, "What is going on?" So it was a very traumatizing experience for
Yeah.
me and other men in that class because they're trying
Mm.
to talk about childbirth, but they've
Mm.
given us no lexicon. They've given us
Mm.
no understanding of what
Mm.
the body can do to produce another child. So
That's
it was
right.
just it was I will say there was just a lot of trauma around sex for me because a lot of it
Mm.
was kind of just dropped on me as a kid, and then it was
Mm.
kind of like, oh, but I also didn't have anyone explaining to me why I was interested in men and why it was just again, it was very 1997. And so a
For
lot of
sure.
my true health, like learning about my own sexual health, came from like me sneaking and watching shows like Undressed on MTV or My So-Called
Mm.
Life.
Yeah.
Like that's where I learned about, what is HIV and what it does or what it can do to the body.
That's right.
And this very scariness too of like, also a big part of my health education came from the church. Like I grew up a
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witness, and the
Mm.
one
Mm.
thing
Okay.
that you
I was
didn't
gonna
want
say
to
next.
do was to have sex outside of
Right.
marriage. And so it was just everything was very sex was a very scary thing for me growing up.
Yeah.
It wasn't it wasn't something, now as an adult, I've had to relearn it as kind of an extracurricular. And I hope I don't
Mm,
offend people by saying that, but sex is fun now for me as an adult.
good.
Whereas
Yeah.
as a kid, it was scary. It was something that,
Yeah.
oh my
Mm,
God, if I have sex with the wrong person, I could die. Or
Yeah.
if I have sex with the wrong person, I could go to
mm,
hell.
And
And
that's what they wanted you
it
to
was,
think.
they wanted me to
yeah.
believe that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They truly wanted me to believe
Yeah.
that. So
Mhm.
yeah, but I will say this up front, and I know we're gonna go into it. I appreciate folks like yourself that are out here giving folks the right information now, like
Mm.
in a way of like the internet, because obviously, right, folks will find you and there are people who maybe follow you, but I'm sure that there are people who follow you that grew up like me in
Yeah.
this notion of
Mm,
everything around sex was scary.
Yes.
Everything is,
mm.
everything's going to send me straight to meet my maker. And
Yes.
I appreciate that there are folks like yourself out here who are really doing the work to,
Yeah.
get us caught up to the right stuff. So now that we've got y'all ready to rate us TVMA, we got to take our first break
Okay.
to pay the bills. But once we finish doing that, we're going to come back with our good sis here and we're going to talk about popping our pussy. We'll be back in a sec.
Y'all are so
I
funny.
didn't think you'd say it. I did not think you'd say it.
You already know what this show is. All right, y'all, we are back and we want to spend some time with our guests talking about the grown folk stuff. So if you got children in the room and their ear is to the, listening to you, listening to this, you may want to tell them to go upstairs and watch
Yeah, they gotta
Bluey,
go.
because this may not be the conversation
Not Blue
for
Great
them.
Beetle.
show. Great show.
It's a great show. I
Great
Great
love
show.
show.
Bluey.
10 out of 10.
Love what she stands for, but this
Yeah.
conversation is not for the cheerings.
No, it's not.
So with that being said, I see, so strap in, my God.
Strap
My
in, strap
God.
on, baby.
Strap
Okay.
in and strap on, because
Yeah.
we about to talk about some grown folks stuff. So with that being said, David, I before we kind of get into the conversation about doing the deed safely
Sure.
and taking care of yourself around doing the deed, I would love to know what, I know you kind of alluded to it in our last segment. You said sexual health growing up for you was something you were very interested in, but I would love to know more about how that became a part of like your branding, because even with this show, there are still moments where I'm like, oh, I kind of want to touch on it, but I don't. And so,
Mm,
we kind of danced around conversations around
Yeah.
sex and things here, but it's
yeah.
not a sex forward show, right? And so, I would love to know is that how did you get to that place where you were okay with that? But also, I would love to know if there was anything that you were worried about when you
Hmm.
noticed your brand start to take off, anything that maybe you felt like people might have gotten misconstrued
Yeah.
around the work you were doing.
Yes, great questions. And
Mhm.
cut me off if I run too long, please.
You're fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna take y'all right back. So we're in high school, right? I graduate. And I joined the ballroom scene, right? I joined the ballroom
Mm.
scene and I'm walking balls and I'm with one of my friends, and my friend is like, I need money, right? I need to walk these balls. I need cash. So my friend's like, oh, come work for this nonprofit and hand out condoms at the ball. They'll let you into the ball for free and they'll pay you. So I was like, oh, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm 19. Like, sure, I'll pass out condoms
Mhm,
at the ball. So I would do that. That led to like those folks liking me. They just liked who I was. And they were like, do you want to like teach more about sex? And I was like, I don't know. Sure. Great. Like, let's do it. So
mhm,
they trained me like 3 days a week for like 3 or 4 months. They would just train me in this basement on all this sex ed stuff. I had to learn all this vocabulary and all these methods, but more
Mm,
so watch them lead classes and do facilitations with other queer folks of color, queer men of color specifically, teaching
mm,
them sex ed in a way that was so radical and different and raw and real and
mhm,
unfiltered,
mhm,
and
mm,
I truly learned from them. Like, what you're seeing me do is what I was watching 15, 20 years ago other people
mhm.
teach me
mm.
to do. So
Right.
like I mean, clearly I didn't invent this. There are older black folks that have come before me that taught me this and inspired me to continue it. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that's how I got into it. But then, maybe a year or two after doing that, I thought that everybody had that, because like you're young,
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
think your
yeah.
experience is everyone's experience.
Right.
And I was soon realizing that these grown adults never got a lick of sex education, right?
Mm.
Um,
Mm,
Yeah.
I'm jumping around a little bit, but even to this day, most of my audience you would think are like Gen Z or young folks. They are
No,
not.
they're older. Yeah,
My
they're
audience
older.
is
Mm.
my age, and I'm
Mhm.
42, okay?
Yeah.
My audience is 35 and up. That's
Mhm.
the bulk of it, right?
Yeah.
And it's folks that missed this education when they were younger and are
Yeah.
still curious and craving the answers.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that's how it all kind of came to be. That's how
Yeah.
me being a sex educator came to be. And then as far as content goes, so I am a writer, right?
Mhm.
John, I think I actually met you at the Black Queer Conference
You did. That's how
as a writer.
yeah, that's how we connected.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, as a
Mhm.
writer, but it's so funny because that the day of the conference, one of my third video ever went super viral, and I had to make a
Mhm. I
decision.
remember what video that was. I actually do. I remember
Yes.
that. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I had to make
Mhm.
it was about sides. I had to make a
Mhm.
decision on if I was gonna continue being a writer or if I was going to be this content creator. So, I'll take you a little
Yeah.
bit further back.
Mm.
I was writing for a show on Disney, right? I had just got my
Mm.
first writing job, took me 10 years to get this staff writing job. I get the job, I'm in there, I'm so excited to be there. Um, and then the show ends, right? Because shows
Mm.
end, right? We're waiting for season 2 to get picked up, it's not picked up yet. The writer's strike happens. So I'm like, "Okay,
Ah.
well, what
Mm.
the fuck am I supposed to do, like, to
Yeah.
make money, but also just to be creative in this time of, like, not working and the strike?" So I had been doing sex ed on the side as I was trying to
Mm.
be a writer for 15, 20 years. That's all I was trying to do.
Mm.
Mm.
But sex ed was always the second thing. That was the thing that's gonna get me there, right? So one day I was like, maybe I should try to make content. So I was trying all these different things. And then one day I made a video about hookup culture or like five red flags to look out for on a hookup date. And that video like took off in a little bit of a way. And I was like, oh shit. This whole
Mhm.
time, I think I should have been doing sex ed the whole time. I think,
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think I was supposed to be chasing this big writer dream. I think I was supposed to be writing
Mm.
the sex education. I think I was supposed
Mhm.
to use all these skills that I, aspire to do sex ed. So,
Yeah.
and I had to make a choice because I couldn't do both. I cannot work in children's media and be talking about fucking all
And we
day.
talk about pussy. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do it. You
That
sure
was not,
can't.
it was not going to work.
No,
It
not
was
with
not going to
Disney,
work.
girl.
Mm.
They would
Not with
pack you up so
Disney,
quick.
baby.
Yeah.
You could
They
you
would have
couldn't
packed
even
you up
write
so quick.
you couldn't even write a kid falling and getting a bruise, okay?
Yeah.
They'd be like, "That's too
Mhm.
violent. We don't want
Mhm.
that." Imagine seeing my
Mm.
Instagram page, like, I had to make a choice,
Yeah,
and
this
I
is
Wow.
booty
chose
hole.
yeah, I chose
Girl, no.
I
Yeah, yeah,
chose
yeah.
sex ed because I felt
Mhm.
like, yes, we need more Black
Wow.
queer voices in media. Absolutely,
Yeah,
always, all the time. Am I the
yeah.
best writer for that? I'm pretty good, but am I the
Mhm.
best? I don't know if I'm the best. Am
Mm.
and I'm gonna toot my own horn. Am I one of the best Black queer sex educators out right now? Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
am.
Mhm.
I
Mhm,
think I
mhm.
No,
am.
that's right.
I think I am, and that doesn't mean I'll forever be the best. I would hope that others come after me. But I think I'm really good at this, and I think the world needs me here more than it needs me there.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
that's why I started making content and pouring
Mhm,
into this. Not fired, but I let my manager go, my writing manager, like everything. I went balls
mhm.
deep into this, and here we are.
I love it. I love
I
it.
really I love how much like your life experiences have led you to this moment. I think it's really incredible to see that like your education as a kid and then like right like you had like all the right everything lined up correctly, right? Like
Yes,
you had a parent that educated you, which is amazing.
yes,
You then fell in the ballroom, and then you had an organization that supported you and educated you, right? And then you realized you had the education and could use your skills for writing for that. That's like really kismet. It does not
Yeah.
happen
yeah,
very
Mhm.
yeah,
much. And I love how you educate, right? And I love how you educate others and share content because a lot of it, from what I see, it really is like rooted in forming a strong relationship with yourself. how to
Mhm.
communicate your own needs and desires, which is really the bedrock of any good relationship with others. So I'm
Bedrock. I
curious.
see what you did there. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Had to. Had
I'm trying.
to.
I'm trying my best to slip it in nice. You know what
Yes.
I'm
I was like,
saying?
I
It's
caught
good.
that.
It's good.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing all the things I can do normally on the show, but
Uh-huh.
and so I'm just asked, especially know that this has been so much of your life, and so I'm really curious your answer, especially now. How has your relationship with yourself and your body evolved since you started doing this work? And what might you say to folks who are struggling with communicating their desires in and out of the bedroom?
Mm.
Okay, so for me, the weirdest thing has happened, but probably because I asked for it. So prior to me diving into sex ed, excuse me, diving into content about sex ed,
Mhm.
um, I was having a lot of sex, right? I was having a lot of sex, and it was great, but
Mhm.
I asked the universe for something else. I was like, this is great, and I don't feel like I'm overindulging. I'm just enough of a slut as I want to be,
Yeah.
but
Period.
but is there anything else I should be doing with my life, Lord? Like,
Mhm.
is there anything
Mm.
else? Like, I could
Is
be
there
Seriously.
doing
anything else you want me to do with a booty
yeah,
hole?
yeah,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know that's right.
Show me what's for me
Yes.
this year.
Show me
yeah.
what's for me.
Tell
That's
me
gonna be
what's
the
for
title.
me.
Show me what's for me. Yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
feel like there's other things I could do, and that turned into me talking about the sex I was having on the internet,
Yes.
right? And the
Mm.
more
Mhm.
I talked about it and the more I study it and the more I get into the content about it, the less sex I be having, and which is so cool to me. I think that's so cool because
Mm.
I asked for that. I asked to do something else, and the universe said, "Yes, you're gonna have
Got
less
to.
sex, but you're still gonna be talking about one of your favorite things, which is sex,
Mhm.
and you're still gonna be
Yes,
helping
yes,
other
yes.
people have get the feeling that you have when you have sex, right? This elation, this happiness,
Mm.
this acceptance, this connection. You're gonna help other people now. You've done it. You got it. You got enough bodies. You good.
Mhm. The universe said, "You got it.
You got
You got it."
we
The
got you,
universe said,
girl.
"You got it."
You got enough bodies,
Yeah.
girl. What we gonna do for other people?
It's
How
like,
we gonna
calm
Yeah.
down the body count, girl. The body count too high. You gotta relax a little bit. Just like slow your roll, Lisa. It's
slow down.
okay.
It's all right. It's all right.
I think
Yeah.
that that's again I want to be very careful, and that's partly why we don't really like dig into these conversations too much,
Mhm.
because I don't feel like I am a true sex educator, and I also don't want folks feeling like we're body shaming or that
Sure.
we're sex shaming anybody. I have as much sex as you want. Do what you want to do with who you want to do it with, but
Yeah.
Mm.
I definitely I appreciate you saying that you wanted to lean into helping people feel better about their experience, and I think
Yeah.
through all I think that's kind of what the universe was using you for. It was saying you've had all of these experiences, you know what's good, you know what's not. Now we got to go out and we got to teach the babies. We got to get out to the people.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you saying that, because I think some
Mm.
people feel like they know I think people just feel like there's so much shame around the idea of saying I like to have sex. I like
Mhm.
sexual situations. I like to
Yeah.
be in sexual situations with people. And I appreciate you saying that, and saying now, as much as I enjoy it, I can go out and teach people about how to enjoy it too. I think that's a really important thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's important for folks to, feel pleasure, to
Mhm.
not feel
Mhm.
Mm.
shame in their desire,
Yeah.
and, just how you came up, that's where a lot of that stuff comes from
See.
religion, the Bible,
Mhm.
from politics, like, there's so much holding us
Yeah.
down, holding our
Yeah.
freedom down. Because if they know that we can be free in our sex, imagine what we can be free in other parts of our lives, like,
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
people
Yeah.
that I know that are free sexually are very free and open and like
Best people.
liberal in other areas
Best
of their
Yeah.
people.
life, right?
Mhm.
And I
The
think
best people.
that scares people. They don't want you to be
Yeah.
free.
Mm.
They want you to
Yeah.
be stuck in that box. They want you to be
Mhm.
under the Bible, and
That's
no.
it. No, that's real.
Mm.
That's a whole ass word. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I think, and when you talk about freedom and you talk about sexual expression and liking it, I think what you're really talking about is intentionality. I think being
Mm,
so intentional with your body, being intentional about the interactions you're having with other people's bodies,
yeah.
and I think that that's something I don't necessarily. I will say that about the show. I'm hoping we can explore that more this year about the
Yeah.
intentionality in all facets. But what I was going to ask you is thinking about, intentionality around the focus for people of color, mainly Black and queer and trans folks in your content, how you've been so intentional about making sure that you highlight them and their experiences. That's something that actually drew me to want to follow you, because you don't see it, right? When we start talking about sexual health, oftentimes it stops with white people,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
And so I think it's beautiful that you've been able to really represent us in the work that you do. And so what I'd love to ask is, why do you think it's important for people to see themselves represented in these type of topics, specifically knowing that a lot of these topics are, I'm going to flip the question. A lot of these topics are keeping us from finding queer love. And so I think it's cool that you're doing that in a way. But why was that so important for you?
Yeah, great question. Because if we are not visible, right? If
Mhm.
we don't see ourselves in these situations,
Yeah.
then we don't feel worth, right?
Mm,
If I
mhm,
don't see myself on TV, I'm like, well, someone who looks like me must not be worthy to be on TV, must not be
amen.
worthy to be in content, worthy to be on the internet, right?
Yeah.
And worth is so important when it comes to health. If
Mhm.
I feel like I'm not worth anything, will I take care of my health? Probably not, because what's it worth? Who cares? I'm not worth much. So I'm
Mhm.
not going to take care of my health.
Right.
And then it goes back to sexual health, right? If I'm, young Black boy see someone that looks like me, right, talking about desire and sex and getting tested and health and all these things, and I'm like, okay, great, that person has worth
Mm,
because they're
mhm.
on TV. I must have worth. Great.
Yeah.
And now that I have worth, I would like to keep that worth
Yeah.
and stay alive. How do I do that? I take care of my health. And that
Mm,
includes my sexual health, my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health, right? Visibility equals worth, worth equals health. And that's why it's important that you're right. Like, you don't see Black and brown folks, like, you don't see trans folks, femme folks, right? Like, doing this. So we have to, someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do
yeah.
it. And
Mm,
and now I'm seeing, which I'm like, whoa, this is so cool. Like, there are other people popping up doing this now that look like
mhm.
us.
Mhm.
And I'm
Mhm.
not saying I started that, but I am seeing it now, and I'm so grateful, like, so grateful to see
Mhm.
that, because we need more.
Mhm.
I'll say, I think you started on, especially on social
Yeah.
media,
You
like,
better take your
especially, I'll
yes.
say it for you, baby. I
Take
got
your
you.
coins,
Take your
girl. I
pants off you
did
right here,
that.
right now, okay?
Yes,
Thank you.
I did
So
that.
I'll
I have a
take it.
follow-up. I have a follow-up. But first, I really appreciate your point about visibility and seeing yourself as worthy and seeing yourself at all, because I always think about this girl. I was on this group trip when I was like 23, 24, and this girl was like,
Mm.
media is so not important. Media does nothing for culture. And I was like, you dumb bitch. Media
Woo.
really affects
You
everything. Jacques Hughes, girl, you are a liar. You say icon. You gone. I was
Oh.
like, girl. But
Mhm.
so my follow-up is, most of the content you have is with specific body types. It's not a critique of you. Like, I think, like, and honestly, rather the field itself. So I'm curious of how we might move the needle to have sexual health conversations and sexual exploration conversations with more diverse bodies. Like, where are the
Yes.
fat butch queens, right? Like, have you done interviews before at events like Fat Slut or Chumber in LA? And like, what might be some barriers
Oh, the
for
big
the,
girl.
what might be some barriers for, like, for bigger folks and fat folks to be involved in this conversation more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me start with this. I'll start with this. I have not interviewed enough fat folks. I have not.
Mm,
I have I have done a disservice. I will say
mm,
that. And I have been called out by friends, by fat friends, and they're like, "Where we at? I know you see him. Like, what's going on?" So
Mm,
I apologize to the world, right?
mm, mhm,
I
mm,
at one point, you get caught up and you're chasing views and you're chasing likes and you're chasing comments and you're chasing
that's
this one
real.
thing that
That's real.
everybody wants, right? And I was doing that. It's not an excuse, but that's what was happening.
Mhm.
So so how do we get more people out there? People like me need to grab them.
Real.
mm,
Mhm,
Really,
mhm,
that's really it, right? People like me need to grab them. Now, I have done interview with fat folks in the past. Barriers that I do sometimes run into are the fat folks I see at these parties will have clothes on, right?
mm, mhm.
And I understand why, right? The world is judging them. They feel insecure about their bodies. I understand that. So that will happen, and I will ask them to take clothes off. They don't want to do it. I'm like,
Right.
okay. But I think your suggestion, you asking me, have I been to Fat Slut? Have I been to Chub Rub? I have not been to those places. I'm planning to go to those places. And me putting myself, right, taking myself to the people, I think is what I need to do. And what we all need to be doing in order to showcase the diversity of our community, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Masculine, muscular guys are going to get me the views that I'm looking for.
Right.
But it's not always about that. And I welcome the challenge to change what I've done in the past. Yeah.
But I would also challenge too, not to cut you off, David, but I was going to say I would often challenge, a lot of bigger bodies are afraid to put themselves out there to have
Yes.
these conversations. And so it's kind of a two-way street, right?
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking the accountability and saying I need to do more interviewing, but I'll even say, I'll include myself in this, right? There's a part of me because of the lived experience I have that also, like I said, that shame that still lives around me for my size that
Mhm.
often makes it very hard for me to engage around conversations around sexuality
Yeah.
because I'm always worried that I'm not attractive or I'm not
Mm.
desirable. And I think
Mm.
that's, there's this unpacking around desirability that has to happen. And I'm so glad that you're in this conversation with us because as much as you don't identify as a fat person, I feel like you have the caliber to understand the desirability politics.
For sure.
You just said it. You recognize that, certain looks get you certain views. And so
Yeah.
I think it's a two-way conversation. And I think both of them, I think it's nuanced. I think the
Yeah.
whole conversation around fat bodies and sexual health and sexuality is it's very nuanced. And I definitely think we're creating space for that here.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
I really appreciate your answer, David. Like when I
Yeah.
was writing it, I didn't want to be like a gotcha question, right? I'm not asking it to like get you
Of
like
course.
Right.
top
Yeah.
at all, but it's a really real question. I did not expect your answer at all, especially with the like accountability part. And I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate you being honest because like it's true. When I see so much content like featuring like conventionally hot people, right? I'm like, of
Mhm.
course, like the content is gonna get likes and stuff, right?
Right.
I know that, and so I appreciate you naming that, and I appreciate you also saying, "But I'm here for the challenge too." And John, I also love your call in too, like because to your point, like it's never gonna be one reason or one side. It really is like a two-way street, right?
Mhm.
Yes, there is a very real there's a very real deficit of fat folks being asked to do things, and
Right.
there's a really real deficit of us choosing to take up space.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Whenever I see your videos, David, right, I'm always like, who like at some point I will be in a room with David, and David's gonna ask me a question. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, when am I
Yeah.
gonna answer? Am I gonna feel empowered? Am I
Yeah.
gonna like, will I have my
Am
shirt
I
off?
gonna
Do I have my
show my
shirt on?
titties?
Am
Yeah,
I
like,
gonna
Yeah.
have my
yes.
titties?
Am
Are you
I
Like,
gonna
gonna
give me
wanna
a
show my
spin?
titties?
You gonna
but
spin around?
I'm gonna spin a little twerk. Like, what am I gonna do? I have no idea. And so hearing this, right, I'm like, I'm like, ugh, John, I hate. I hate and love what you said because I'm like, yeah, I have
Now
to.
you have to do
Like,
it.
I hate you. I hate you, bitch. Because I'm like, girl, like, damn, like you're right. I have to also
Yeah.
take up space, right? If I see if I'm at Fat Slut and I see David, I'd be like, David, I want to be in the video. Put
Yeah.
me in the video. Bam, let's do it, right? I
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
feel comfortable doing that too, and so I really appreciate this part of the response. I think that is like, it's accountability of like the parts that we each play and the acknowledgement of how we can do better ourselves
Mm.
and like
Yeah.
in every way. I really love that. I know
Yeah.
you started your own show now, Butch Queen After
Yeah.
Dark. One,
Mhm.
congratulations.
Thank
You did a
you.
live
Mm.
taping recently too in Los Angeles. I want to know how it went. And I
Yeah.
also want to know how your work is impacted by our current political climate, right? With the
Oof.
That's
constant
a great
pulling
question.
out, pun
Yeah.
intended, of DEI work, more
Yo.
conservative media rising. I am trying to be in my sexual writing bag tonight. Okay, so thank you for receiving it all. How can your work around positive sexual health continue to thrive in a time like this?
Sure.
Mm.
So,
Mhm.
well, first of all, I'm so sorry. I just have to talk about the last question one more time. I figured this would be a question, and honestly,
Mm,
I've been thinking about it for months. Like I've been thinking about it for so long, and that I was ready to say this today. And
You were. I was like, you had the answer down.
Yeah, mother has said like her PR response was
baby.
prepped,
Let's
honey.
go. I said,
Yes,
okay, period.
yes.
You gonna give me anyways? You know you got me.
Doxy pep and prepped, honey. Mama was ready.
I knew it was coming. So
Yes.
and thank you for asking. Like you need to ask these people. You need to ask people like me these questions, right? Or unless nothing's going to change. So thank you for asking. Okay, so Butch Queen After Dark Live was great. It was so great. I was asked by a friend, Aunt Jackie. Shout out to Aunt Jackie to host one of their game nights. They have game nights first Tuesday of every month at Precinct. And I was like, well, my podcast is coming out around that time. Let me just make it like a live show and a taping, and I'll play some games and we'll do some things. So it worked out. It was really great. All my, friends and family came. It was really nice. I did an interview with one of my favorite go-go's. His name is Judas King. We did, we had a BDSM demo. So we watched someone get mummified. Yeah, flogged. And with electroplay on him, which was really cool.
Shock a bitch. Yes.
Yeah, shocked him up. Yep, it was really nice to watch. Shock a bitch. And then we played the Butch Queen games, which were like five sexy flirty games. I had one of the games was like people had to break up into teams. They had Play-Doh and they had to build a dildo, right? And like best dildo would win. And then it was like put bananas on condoms. Who does the most bananas on condoms? Like just random games like that. Which was really fun. Really, really cool. Really cool. And I forgot your second question.
Well, I'm so glad. I'm so glad it went really well. It sounds like a lot of fun. I'm like, wait, tell us when you have a next one.
I will.
Give a little notice because I definitely want to try and make
I would. I would also like to come and take.
I'm like, listen, I can put $100 on like nobody's business. Okay.
Yes.
Roll down.
Yeah.
Love it. The question I had. Do you want to ask me, John?
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say just for time, but also to kind of a follow up in addition to the question you're gonna ask Joe, to just kind of keep in mind too. Like I know HIV prevention has been under attack too. Yeah. So kind of if we can keep that in the scope of the question too, but go ahead.
Okay. So how is your work impacted by the current climate, right? HIV, sexual health, relationship advice, knowing that there's a pulling out of DEI work and more conservative media rising, and how can your work around positive sexual health continue to thrive at this time?
Yeah, so work is absolutely affected. Like it's so funny because when I made the switch to like be a sex educator, I thought that was the safe choice, like as opposed to being a staff writer.
Oh, right? The clap coming back to bite, honey. Baby. It came back to bite.
I gagged when Trump cut all that funding for HIV prevention. It really shook things up as far as like jobs, and me feeling insecure in the career that I have chosen. Right, this is my livelihood. This is what I love to do. And now it's in jeopardy. So it affected my work in that way. And then as far as my content creation and hosting and promotion, I go around, I travel and I meet people and do all these things, usually paid for by organizations that are funded from HIV prevention money. Right. So when that started happening, like prides were like, I'm so sorry, I can't afford, I can't afford. And I get it because we're pinching pennies here, you know what I'm saying, to take care of the essentials, right? The folks that are testing, right? Prevention, care for folks that are living with HIV, right? Money needs to go there before it goes to me making silly videos. So it's like, I get it. Like, I get it. But also it sucks for me because I just start this journey and now it's cut and I have to find new ways to do it, which I'm still figuring out. Yeah.
Let me say thank you so much for your flexibility for Black Pride as well too. Then I appreciate you so very much for being so flexible and with what we were able to offer.
So we had $2 in a buffalo nickel.
Pennies. Okay, fam. Now that we got y'all ready to drop a low for Jesus, we're gonna hit y'all with another break. When we come back, we're gonna give you a pussy poppin' playlist, bitch.
Amen.
Okay, listeners, we are back and we cannot get spicy on y'all and not give y'all something to take home with you. So, with our guests, we're gonna put together a little sensual playlist for y'all. I want to go around and share some songs we would have on any spicy time playlist. Any songs that these playlists should have. So share some spicy time playlist. Share some songs and why they should be on here. For me, I'll start, and I think like we'll just like give songs as we think of them. My first is Living Room Flow by Janae Aiko. I don't know if y'all heard that song before, but like the beat is right. Like it's like a sensual beat. Like this song is about fucking. This song is about fucking. Okay. So you hear this beat, it's like boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, yeah, like that girl can ride. And I'm like,
things are throbbing. Yeah.
The
feeling is feeling. Yeah, the feeling is feeling.
Janae gets it in, so I believe
she gets it in. She gets it, and I know she puts it down. I know she puts it down.
Oh yeah.
Next, I was thinking, so I was between Rocket and Dance for You by Beyonce. And John, you said it in the pre-show, right? Rocket's too long and it is too long, because I'm like, girl, I can't keep fucking this music. But Dance for You, now when this song came out and the video came out, I did my best to get the choreo down. So that that song lives in my spirit. So Dance for You for sure will always be on my playlist for show.
Okay.
But she at the MOP Beyonce girl.
My girl was
we get it.
We get it. She said, "How many times can I orgasm, baby?" Ooh,
you love Jay-Z. We get it. We get it. My God, I love that song. But also, Beyonce, girl, all that hollering. Watch me pop it. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, like, girl, we get it. Jesus Christ. Yes.
Okay, next is Too Close by the group next.
That song is nasty.
That song is nasty.
That song is so nasty. It's literally talking about an erection in a club. Like, I know you feel my hard dick on your ass.
Like,
we were singing that as children.
Literally.
I know.
I was in 7th grade.
Yep.
We had a dance to that song. Me and my cousin and 2 other friends of ours. We were doing it in the talent show, dancing to that song. Nasty.
Yep.
Just nasty. My God.
Honestly, that song and I Want to Sex You Up by Call Me Bad.
Yes.
Okay. Again, a kid. I want to say. Me sing this song at 5 years old. Why am I singing this song at 5 years old?
You know what?
Why's my dad playing the song for me?
You know what's great about that song? He knew what he was asking for.
He did.
Okay, it was clear.
This is what I want. I want
to come and take off your clothes.
Yes.
Set the post nobody knows.
Yes.
Okay, period.
He had instructions.
Yeah. Consent, honey.
We love a man who makes his needs clearly.
Tell me what to do, baby. Tell me what to do.
Yes. He told her to come in. I feel like I got catfish though. When I found out he was white, I was a little annoyed. I will say that. I will say that when I found out he was of the whites. No shade to the whites.
No shade to the whites.
I was today years old.
I was today. Did you not know he was white?
I was today years old, girl.
When you listen back, to it, you'll hear it. Oddly enough, but you'll hear it. You'll be like, "Oh, you know what? He is white."
He had a silk blow. Him and his friends had a silk blowout. They were they were of the whites, honey.
Yes.
They sure were. They was
this is I have to go. I have to go.
Where you going?
Goodbye. I have to go cry.
He was of the whites, honey.
I had no idea.
There was only one black man in the group, I think, right? Am I wrong?
Was he even singing?
It was mainly white. It was like the New Kids on the Block era, right? It was like, urban white boys.
Yeah, I think it was only
from
one black
Boston.
person in the group.
Yeah.
I'm taking a moment of silence. Y'all go ahead, share yours.
Yeah. You skipped my jam. I don't want to take this from you, but
no, please go ahead.
Body Party by Sierra.
Yeah.
That song. Yeah. If there's a song in her catalog that I never skip, that is it. That is people playing Sierra's Facebook. She did everything. That sample,
okay,
down to the lyrics of the "My body is your party, baby." He's singing Sierra.
Come on, CC.
She was in her zone. Every time that song comes on, I call that a shower song. That's one of those
Yes.
songs that you play
Ooh,
while
yeah,
you're in
when
the
you're
Yes.
shower.
And you
with
sound so
somebody
good
else.
every time, no matter
It's a
what.
shower song.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
absolutely. But
That's a
Sierra
good
was in
one.
her bag with Body Party. She definitely did what needed to be done.
Okay, keep it going, girl. Keep it going.
No, your list. It's your list, girl.
No. It's okay. I give enough songs. You can give us some more.
Okay,
It's okay.
so I was gonna say I do want to add. So I don't know this song by. Is it Jeremiah? Is his name?
Yeah.
Jeremiah.
I don't know that song, but Bed is definitely one of those songs.
Wait. Bed by
Bed by Jay Holiday.
Jay Ballard?
I thought that was
Jay
Jay.
Holiday.
Okay, that's
Nope,
Jay
Jay
Holiday.
Holiday.
Yes,
But-
Bed by Jay Holiday.
Stop
Sorry,
fucking with
but-
me.
I'm sorry.
but it's a
I
bop.
had that on mine.
Yes,
But Bed
That is so
should be on the list as well too.
good.
Yes.
Jay
yes.
Holiday. His
Yes.
two singles are so
Okay.
like his two-hit wonder. Great.
Yeah.
2-hit wonder.
That's
'Cause
all
he
we
had
needed.
that Breathe, that other Breathe song, didn't he?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
He
yeah.
couldn't suffocate is what I think it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, him. Yeah,
Mhm,
Suffocate.
mhm.
Yes.
He
yeah.
ate that. He ate that.
Both written by The
he
Dream.
ate both
Yup.
of those.
Mhm.
Yes,
Come on,
but
shout out
that-
the dream.
Yes, yes,
Shout out the
very
dream.
much.
Yeah. Or that
So-
Mhm.
I'm gonna take us back a little bit. So I'm gonna say I think one of the sexiest songs to ever be done, sexiest rap songs is "Splash Waterfall" by Ludacris. I think I don't know if you've ever heard that one or if you're familiar.
don't.
But
I'm
it
gonna
is-
I'll put on my
down.
playlist. I'll put on my
yeah.
playlist.
And I want to give it to you. That's for the people who really know. There is a remix version that's even better than the original version. So I would
Okay.
say get into both of those. Those definitely are. The remix has Tony on it. The whatever you
Ooh,
want.
okay.
The
Okay.
Splash Water. Yeah, you
Okay,
know I can't
okay.
deny. That's
I'm
the
into it.
remix
I'm
has
into
that
it.
one. So
Okay.
so good. The next one for me always going to be Red Light Special.
Classic.
They were TLC.
Yeah.
Show.
The video.
Always.
Oh.
Yes, if
Yes.
you want me. Chili was in her bag. You want to talk about a bridge?
Baby.
Chili built that bridge.
Miss Rosanda Chili
Yes.
Thomas.
She
Don't
ate
say
that
her
bridge
mother's
up.
name.
Whole bridge.
Ate it
Yes,
up.
I know just what I want. I know just what I need. But you also have to give it to Babyface because Babyface wrote that song.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's-
Again,
Yes.
most of these
In the
songs are
bag.
Babyface songs that
Yeah.
because Babyface just knew how. I'm pretty sure that I was born to a baby. I was made to a baby.
To a
Babyface.
Babyface song.
I'm almost certain that I
Honestly,
was
I think
made.
most of the 90s and 80s were.
Yes, because Babyface wrote the shit out of songs. So we're going to talk about Babyface. We're also going to talk about Tony the Legend Braxton.
Come on.
You're Making Me High.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Mm.
that
on.
is one of the best sex songs. I actually didn't know it was a sex song until I got older. I never really recognized what she was talking about, but she was talking about taking her clothes off
You're like, oh,
and reaching
yes.
climax. That's what Mama
Yes.
was talking about. I
Yes.
said, all right, I know that's right.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna get into our 2007, 2008 bag. I want to throw out Striptease by Danity Kane. I don't know if you've ever heard that.
Okay, come on, Danny Kane. Come on, come back to
Danity
it.
Kane
Yes.
definitely is a song.
Yes.
But
That's
I
good.
also want to add, for those who are real DK fans, there's a song called "Secret Lover" on their DK3 album.
Okay.
That is it's basically what's the song? It's a different song, but has the same premise. It is what's the song by Escape? Little Secret. It has the same
Oh, yeah,
concept
yeah.
of Little
Mhm.
Secret. Basically,
Okay.
they're singing about this idea of basically fucking somebody else's man.
Okay.
And it's a really good song. In my opinion, it's a really sexy, really good song. Next one, I'm gonna throw it in there. Friend Lover by Electric Red. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Electric
Oh,
Red.
I didn't
but
know
Friend
I know
Lover-
Electric Red.
Okay.
Yes.
See me when you
okay.
see me.
Yeah.
But yes, Friend Lover is definitely my jam. Also about fucking somebody else's man. And
Electric
then
Red is wild.
yeah, it literally that's
That is a throwback.
literally 2005 to like
And, like,
2011.
Such a niche throwback. Like
all of
this
them
many people know
Yeah,
about Electric Red.
yeah. But Electric Red, I was all over them. I
I love that.
definitely was all over Electric Red. And then lastly, Beyonce's Blow is, I think,
Okay.
the quintessential sex song.
Okay.
Yeah.
period.
Because she's
Yeah.
talking about doing things to Jay-Z I would probably never do. But yes, very much that.
We
All right,
will
what's
do it.
your list, baby?
Okay, so I wish I had a better list. I mean, it's not bad, but I picked songs that are out right now.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I have a
Fair.
couple from the past, right? So I actually it's so funny that I would pick songs right now. I barely listen to music of right now. All the music I listen to right now is like is from the 90s, and it's music that like I missed. So like I'm really into Drew Hill right now.
Okay.
SWV is one of my favorite groups of all time.
Yes. Oh, I know you're gonna. Are you gonna say the song that I think you're gonna say?
Probably not.
Okay.
But only
Okay.
because I just discovered it. I just discovered this unreleased SWV track.
Oh.
It's called Mystery.
Oh, I never heard it.
Oh.
I'm
Oh.
the biggest SWV fan, and I have never heard this song until until last year.
Okay.
Until
okay.
last month. So listen to Mystery by SWV. That's my first song. It's actually not that sexy, but you could have sex to it.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say Rain because that song is about Skeet. I don't care what nobody says.
Yes.
But Rain is
Rain
about
down
Skeet.
on me.
Yes. Let your love fall like raindrops rain down on me. That song is about Skeet.
Rain on me.
Yes.
So good. Every little drip drop just
Every little drip drop. Yes. Every little drip drop.
Coco was in her bag.
Sure was.
So I'll start there. Mystery by SWV, and then the other older one, the Drew Hill song I'm listening to right now is called "You Are Everything."
Yes.
Which was a Cisco released it, or maybe they released it together as a fast song. It was like a fast song, upbeat song, right?
Yeah.
There's a slow version. Yeah. I'm listening to the slow version and like, I love the song. Why have I never heard this song? And then the fast version comes on. I'm like, oh, I know this song. I had no idea. So You Are Everything by Drew Hill. Okay. Then the newer one. So there's a song called Lullaby by this guy named Jadon. Jadon, he played young Simba in Beyonce's Lion King.
Yes. I've heard it.
This little young buck got a voice on him. I'm like, what? Like, oh, it's so good. He's so good to me. And
what's his name now?
Jadon, Jaydon.
Okay.
And the song's called Lullaby, and the remix is with Usher. Usher's on the remix.
Oh, now that's a hit.
So you already know.
Usher remixes it. You fucking for sure.
It's good. My next is Talk You Through It by I think you should pronounce it K1 featuring Flo. So do y'all know K1? They are I believe they're Kaylani's
Wait,
girlfriend.
KWN, yes, yeah. Oh,
KWN, yes, KWN.
Yeah, oh, it's K1. That makes sense. Yes,
maybe I don't know. You know these new artists, they be putting 3 letters together.
Baby, I still don't. Six Lack.
Like,
his name is Six Lacks to me. I don't care what nobody says. It's Six Lacks.
I was like, Cone? Queen? Queen?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, Kaylani's boo thing. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yes.
I know it's good for both of them. I know it's good for both of them. Ooh,
listen to Talk You Through It, KWN featuring Flo. I'm sure you already know Flo is great. But like KWN with that, so great. And then listen to their whole album, great. Next is Slow Grind by Moody Long.
Yes.
Great. And then so then my last one is Beyonce. It's an older song, and you mentioned Dance for You, right? Dance for You. And then we mentioned Rocket, right?
Yeah.
Rocket comes after Dance for You, right?
Rocket is
Rocket was yes. Rocket after
the same album. Yeah.
Dance for You. No. Dance for You was on 4.
Yes,
Rocket
is
on
Beyonce. Okay,
you're right.
Okay, so I think that these are graduations of songs. I think Dance for You graduates into Rocket.
Okay.
And I think there was a song she did that graduated into Dance for You. I'm wondering if you can guess it. It's on her first album.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Hold on.
It's yes. Is it right?
It's not yes. Speechless.
Yeah, so Speechless graduates into Dance for You, and yes, that actually makes a lot of sense,
right?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I can say is
yes.
Yes. Okay.
That would be my sex playlist if I had a sex playlist. I don't have a sex playlist because if I like music more than sex. If music's playing that I can sing, I will sing during the sexual encounter.
I feel that's I don't get how people do it. How do you have music playing? Like when I be watching the porn, people be having the porn on, and there be music in the porn. I'm like, what are you doing?
No,
my mind would be everywhere. But what are you doing?
No, cannot focus, cannot compute. Can we take a break so I can sing this Beyonce riff real quick?
Why are you listening? Why are you listening to Adina Howard's? Like, yeah, I'ma be a freak until the day. How you fucking to that? I want to dance. I'm not trying to have. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So yeah, nah, girl. I'm gonna need you to turn on some. I'm gonna need you to turn on some. What is that? The people of a certain age. The return to innocence. Hey, yes, I need you to turn on some.
Something
Sail away, sail away, sail away.
Yacht rock. Put on some yacht rock.
Yes, I'm gonna need you to turn on something. Something for Stater Brothers, girl. I'm gonna need something from the market playlist.
Give me some what's that like holding music? The like hold music on the phone. It's
hold music.
Oh
yes.
yeah, elevator music.
Yes. Elevator music, hold music. Yes, girl. Turn that on, but no, I can't. It can't be nothing I can sing.
It's too repetitive. I will learn the melody. It's too repetitive. I
love it here.
I'll tell my partner, I'll tell my husband, like, we need to listen to, he'll put on like Afro beats. That like have no repeats, no lyrics.
Okay.
It's just the beats in the background, right? Which also feels great during sex, right? You feel your ancestors, right? Or I'll play like I'll play this other DJ called DJ Hugel. I think he's out of France or Spain or something like that. I'll play him. But yeah, no words for me.
That is something else. I was trying to sing the song. Don't try. I'm trying to play some meditation music.
Play something that you hear massaging. Flutes. Yes.
Yeah, flutes.
Okay. I do want to give an honorary mention to my girl Tweed for the best self-love anthem there is. Oops.
Yes,
that's good.
Okay,
yes,
that's what it can be for yourself. It can be okay. It can be for somebody else. Say what I did last night.
Yes,
came home shake.
Yeah,
quarter to 3.
She
was so late, baby.
Feel
so high, hypnotized, in a trance. Excited.
Yes, that is a bop.
Oh, I live.
So
okay, well,
touching myself and my feet came. Yes, yes. No, you add that.
Oh my God, fam. Well. Now that we got y'all ready to spend a little time with yourself, light a candle, get a little body oil, okay? Which you your friend, your man's this is something. We gotta take one more break. When we come back, we'll be here with your favorite Yes and No Man Pants.
All right, y'all. So I'm going to jump in mine real quick. I always say it's going to be quick and it ends up being real long, but these ones are really going to be quick because I'm looking at the clock and I know we are on borrowed time. So my yes ma'am this week is kind of petty, and I would anticipate that we're probably going to get some people who are going to be mad at me for this, but you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I want to say my yes ma'am this week is the fact that Kyle Rittenhouse not being able to get booked for a speaking engagement. George Zimmerman is suffering emotionally and financially, and knowing that Derek Chauvin?
Who cares?
Kevin?
Who cares, girl?
I think it's Chauvin, but I don't know.
It's Chauvin.
Okay,
it's Chauvin,
yeah.
but
Well, he literally. I didn't know this. People were talking about it on social. I thought it was recent, but it's not. It was from last year. But basically, he got shanked 22 times last year in jail, and then 22. I guess now he's on like watch. Like I guess basically he's not safe in jail, so he has no peace.
Okay.
And I just want to say, my yes ma'am to all of that to say is not because I want to wish bad on people. Y'all know that's not me. You know my heart. But because I am petty, I think all three of these people did terrible things and thought that the leopards wouldn't eat their face. And now they have nothing to eat. Literally, they literally have nothing to eat. And so I'm saying this week, nothing comes from being a terrible human, and this is a testament. There's only so much. Like you may be doing something terrible now, and it may feel good, and you may be thriving in the process of it, but it's going to catch up with you. The terrible that you are doing, especially to other people, that is going to find you. And so I just definitely wanted to say that's my yes ma'am this week, is knowing that karma is finding these people who truly deserve it. And anybody else who voted for that man, anybody else who was supporting ICE and MAGA and all this other stuff, trust me, it may not feel like it right now, but the karma's going to come and it's going to find your ass. I just wanted to say that. The other, my no man Pam for this week. I was going to go on this long tirade, but again, I know we don't have the time for it. I definitely want to say my no man Pam. So please work with me and rock with me when I say this. My no man Pam is the folks who are so quick to give kudos to the folks doing the bare minimum. What I mean by that is
Mm.
I see, like we saw what happened. So by the time you all hear this, it'll be a week out. We saw what happened to the woman in Minnesota. A lot of people have been saying
Mm.
her name and have been, speaking about her lived experience and all the great stuff that she does. And that's yes, please continue to share that information. But also that's like the bare minimum,
Yeah.
right? Like that there's so much more that needs to be done around keeping black and brown people safe right now. And there's so many people like, oh, kudos that you're out there, fighting off ICE. Okay, yes, but also what else are you doing?
Yeah.
I think we should all be pissed off at the system right now because truly fuck the system, right? But I feel like there's so much more that so many of us can be doing. And I think folks are waiting for black and brown folks to put their bodies on the line to
Yep.
fix the system.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't gonna be me. I'm
Mm.
not gonna throw Marsha did it. I'm not gonna be Marsha. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna throw the first brick. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna put my life on the line
Yeah.
for other people to have the humanity. I'm gonna do it for my people, right? Y'all know me. I'm gonna do it in these rooms, but I'm not gonna be the person out in the front on the front line trying to put my life on the line. So I definitely just want to say, so many people are giving claps to companies. Like I saw how fast people were so excited that Hilton did what they
Uh,
did, and then we saw them roll back. Like that
Mm.
that literally is the bare minimum.
yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
would love for us to get to a place where we're like, good, do more.
Do
Like,
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice
yes,
start.
yeah, that's a nice
Yeah.
start.
Great
It's a
start.
great start that you put those ICE people out of the
Yeah.
hotel.
Thank you.
Now, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like, now what else? So that's literally where my mind is, right? If you have the capital, if you have the ability, if you have the privilege, I need you in 2026 to be doing more than just saying, "Oh, I did this thing. Please give me my shine."
That's
So
right. Yeah.
that's where I'm at. We'll throw it to you, Joho, or we'll throw it to you, David, and then we'll throw it
Mhm.
to Joho, and then we'll close.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so my yes ma'am is it's simple. It is body oil.
Period.
Okay, is there a
Yeah.
Yes.
specific brand?
So no. So I told myself that this year I was gonna get back into scents and layering and like figuring that whole thing out.
Okay.
And I'm very new to it, but I went to the African shop, right? That
Mhm,
has like the little
mhm.
things in the little
Yes,
jars,
yes.
right?
I
For
have some. Yes,
yeah, very
yes.
minimal price, right?
Yes.
Like I used to when
Okay.
I was a kid. Like I used to go in the
Yeah.
African shop, get your little thing. And so I just bought a whole bunch of them. And I bought one that's called Margiela, right? Obviously
Mhm.
Margiela.
Period.
I don't know which Margiela it is, but it's some Margiela. And then I bought
Mhm.
one called pistachio.
Hey,
Baby,
Ooh.
mixing that Margiela with that pistachio, I don't
took
care
you to another place.
I don't care where the
Ooh.
fuck I am. The people are turning head. Who smells like that?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Okay. Come on, Joe
I need
Pistachio.
the
Ooh.
address so I can pull up, honey. I love
Say
it. I
okay,
love a good
okay.
scent.
Hold up.
Imma get you some.
I'm a
Imma get
scent
y'all both
queen,
some.
honey.
Imma get y'all both some. So, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is great." And now I'm like, "Oh, should I, like, look at the actual perfume? Like, should I, like, go to the Sephora and, like, check it out?" I don't know.
Mm.
The cheap version is working for me. So,
Amen.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
Go
"Yes,
where you
ma'am,"
glow, girl. Go
to
where you
No,
glow.
good. Yeah, we
yeah.
don't need that expensive one.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yes, ma'am, to cheap body oil,
I know that's
and
right.
and supporting local, businesses, so that's good too.
Amen. Amen.
Period.
Black businesses.
Yeah, black
Yes,
businesses,
yes,
yep, mhm.
yes.
So that's my yes, ma'am, and then my no, ma'am, Pam, it's funny, my mom's name is Pam. My Hey, mom. My my no, ma'am, Pam would be, uh, stop touching people without consent, period, period.
Say it again for the people in the back. Don't
Stop
touch me.
touching
Don't touch
people,
me.
me, anyone,
Don't touch me.
without
Yes.
consent,
Hey,
okay?
say
Without
that again.
consent, alright?
Mm-mm.
And if you really wanna get good, it should be enthusiastic consent,
Yeah.
okay? That the
Mhm.
concept of if we're in a sexual situation, right? You're flirting with me, whatever, whatever. I need to I need to know that before you touch me, I need to know that you have communicated that you want to do that, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Ready.
It doesn't feel good to have someone jump the gun, right?
Mhm.
And as you both know, your audience probably doesn't know, but like I go to a lot of sex parties, a lot of sex events, and things like that. And what
Mhm.
happens is people assume that
They
because you're
automatically
at a
assume, yep.
you're at a sex event that you can be touched, right?
Mhm.
I'll get a little graphic, right? I just made a video about this. I was at a sex party recently, fucking someone, right? And then someone comes up behind me, puts a finger in my butt, right? In the butthole. Now,
No, video.
in my
You said
butthole.
you said let her go no
Oh.
first. Ask a
I'm
girl.
like,
Ask
oh,
her.
Oh,
Ask a girl.
Lord.
She, see,
oh,
Stranger danger!
stranger danger.
who did that?
Stranger danger!
I guess. I
Oh, Lord
guess.
Jesus.
And
There.
Yeah.
I wish I could say that was the first time that happened, but it happens
Oh,
often.
Lord.
And you know the people that are doing it literally because you can't see them. That's what
Right.
freaks me out the most. I
'Cause
know
it's
if I had
dark,
looked them in the
right?
face at the start, if I looked them
Yeah,
in the face,
yeah.
they wouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
done that. They're
Right.
doing that because I can't see you. That is so
Mm.
predatory to
Mhm.
me.
That is
Like,
very gross.
Mm.
what
Yeah.
else are you doing? If you're doing that,
Right.
what else are you doing? What else are you doing in
Mhm.
here? Right? With
Right.
these low
Right.
Oh,
lights.
Right.
what? Mm.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. You're
things
not
like
wrong.
that are just very alarming. And even no
Ooh.
shade, like I posted this video about talking about the same thing. And some of the comments, I'm like, y'all do realize people can see these
Yeah,
comments,
you do
right?
I can you right. You do recognize I can see
This is
you.
I
public.
can
People
see
like
this. And
Right.
everyone can
Yeah.
see this. People are like, well, I better not go to sex parties because I'll be breaking all the rules.
Yeah.
We can see
No.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. You're telling me you're a
Yeah.
ma'am, you
predator.
aren't
Okay.
invited anymore. You're not
Yeah.
invited. Go
Yeah.
You
home.
are not
Go
Go
invited.
home.
home.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
So that would
That's
be
yeah.
my no, ma'am,
Mm.
Pam. Just get consent. It doesn't always have to be verbal. At least look at me.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I
Mm.
feel that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Ooh,
Mhm.
ooh, ooh. I hate it. I hate it so much. Mm. So I'm like flashing back to like to times in the club when people just be doing the most. I'm like, please
Yeah.
stop. I hate
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
hate
Mhm.
it. I hate it.
Yeah.
My yes ma'am is I've been watching episodes of the RuPaul show from the 90s lately, and
Okay.
it kind of
Where is
ate.
that?
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can go
What?
on
Like on
YouTube
YouTube?
and
Oh,
Okay.
see some
YouTube? Okay.
episodes, see some clips. It kind of ate. I shall not lie. It kind of
Yeah.
listen. The shit that I give RuPaul today, I will eat my words in when I say this. They did that in the 90s. Like they really
Yeah.
were one of one. They had
Mhm.
Cher, Dana Ross, Lil
Did.
Kim, Foxy
Yeah.
Brown, Ashley Brother. They had some people on their show.
There's
And
an
I was like,
episode
no.
with RuPaul's dad that's really
Y
good.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Her dad was
interesting.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely love to see that. Yeah, the show. I was like, know what, Rue? You ate that up. Like, yo, they really were giving us a whole thing that would like you just would not have seen. Like, I'm like,
Right.
yeah, you know what? I mean, and I always give respect to Rue of like, I know that in the day, like she was a queen when people were dying for doing what she was doing, like
Right. Right.
in the most public of ways. And so, like, sometimes where I'm like, girl, please stop fracking. I'm like, no, what you really did, like you really did bust through a door for many folks. So that show
Yeah.
really is, and like was honestly fun. I was like, honestly, some of the girls today could never do have a show like this. Just
No.
No.
not the
No.
same. So yes,
Yeah.
ma'am,
She
Pam, to
Mm-mm.
was
you.
she is and was revolutionary.
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
I will say this not to cut you off, but someone was saying that they fear what AI will be once RuPaul gets their hand on it. So I saw that somewhere. Somebody was like, we only got a couple of
It will
years
just be more videos of
before
them being
RuPaul
like,
gets her hands on AI. And I was like,
okay,
fuck,
the
that's
videos
actually
where
a really
she's
good
like,
fucking point.
ducky, 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 and she's just like just chanting shit. That's gonna be just more of that. Just more of that. She's gonna
Yeah.
be like,
That is weird.
do not give her AI, y'all. She don't need that. She don't need that tool.
Yeah. Somebody keep it
Um,
from RuPaul.
Mine, no, man, Pam.
Mhm.
It's just gonna be fuck ICE saying every day
Always.
before,
Boots.
during, and
Boots.
after. Fuck the administration for empowering any enforcement to use force against people. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate law enforcement, especially hate ICE, especially now. May Renee Goodsman memory be a blessing. This one who was shot,
Mhm.
and killed yesterday, or I guess by the time this was
Real.
out last week.
Real.
May her memory be for a blessing and for our revolution. May she get justice for what
Yeah.
happened to her, because that like should never happen. And I
Shouldn't.
just
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
am. It is day 8 of January.
Yeah.
Why? Like just
That's why I said I
why?
said this in the pre-show. This has been the longest literally the longest decade of the week. Like
Mm.
it has been a decade
The
and a week.
longest decade of the week.
Yeah,
Wow.
it has been
So true.
so long. Like I
Yeah.
literally, when I'm done with
I'm tired.
recording tonight, I'm like, what? Like I'm so happy I have a light day tomorrow because I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could process or
Yeah.
function at the level I function today tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to do it.
Mm.
But yeah, and I also want to say, kind of to your point, Joho, not to make this go too long, but also friends of the show who are listening to the show, friends who are actively out there, please be safe. Please protect
Yes.
yourself. Please make sure
Yeah.
that you're
It's
letting
wild
your
out
family
there.
and your friends know if you're going to marches, if you're doing anything to protest. Please make sure that you're taking care of yourself and that
Yeah.
you're watching out for yourself, because the last thing we would like to hear over here at Black Fat Femme is, somebody got harmed trying to do the right thing, which
Yeah.
again, I love that you're out there, but just please make sure that you're taking care of yourself in the process.
Absolutely.
With that being said, this has been such a fun episode. Oh my, I'm so happy we started the year this way.
Yay.
But for listeners, send us your thoughts, your feedback, and email to blackfatfempod@gmail.com. We love getting responses from you all. So yes, we want to hear more from you. You can send your thoughts via social media. If emails is not your thing, you can drop us a line over at Instagram or Threads by using the handle blackfatfempod. Mr. Butch Queen, where can our listeners find you, or where do you want to be found?
Sure. You could find me at your local sex party, or online at David Brandyn. My handle everywhere, DavidBrandyn, for the last name. And then the podcast is called Butch Queen After Dark. It is on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. I'm sure I'll put it the other places too, but I just started my last episode last week. Or my first episode last week. So yeah, check it out there, and follow for all the things.
I love it. And we will definitely put all that information in our description box for folks who are wanting to hop over there and look at all the good entertainment, but also wanting to listen to it as well. Queen Joho, where can the dolls find you?
Of course, my loves, you can find me at Joho Downs across all the socials, my website, joenails.com. And if not there, my obsession is over now. I can leave that gay ass hockey show behind, I guess. You will instead, I mean, you know what? You're going to find me doing a pole class somewhere. This year, I want to get into pole.
Let's do it.
Some pole work. Okay?
I'm with you when you write.
Like,
I'm going to do it.
Just for me. Or at a party that has a pole. I'm like, no, girl, watch me work.
Yes, get up there, please.
Yeah, I think of myself every time I'm on a pole. I think of myself. Have you ever seen that gif of that chicken dancing around the pole? Yeah. There's like a meme or a gif. I always think of myself as that chicken dancing around that pole. Every time I.
Unfortunately, I'll be posting this with. I'll be posting that clip with this audio now.
She was giving
around that pole.
She was giving. That chicken was moving around that pole. I said, "That's me." Every time I see it,
yes,
that's me. That's me on that pole. I know that's right, Mama Chicken. So as for me and mine, you can head down to www.drjohnpaul.com to get my book. I am back in the streets to consult. So if you're interested in consulting and any type of entertainment consulting, any type of work, whether you want to ask some questions about podcasts, whatever the case may be, I'm open to that. Do know that I do charge. So if you are interested in that, just know you're going to have to run me a check. Otherwise, you can find me on Threads by using the handle at Dr. John Paul. And also on LinkedIn. That's where I'm kind of blowing up right now. You can go buy my book. Always support Black art. You can go buy my book. You can buy it at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, all the places where you get your book, Black Fat Femme. I would say the sister to this podcast. And then you can also watch all of my specials. I have the special with Delta Work for her show, and then as well as the ABC America, Who Am I Meant to Be? So head over and do that. But with that being said, this has been another show. Stay black, fat, femme, and fabulous. And remember what, Joho?
We may not be a cup of tea, girl, but get some water. You're going to have to get your back broke anyways, okay?
Look,
how
you can't have a good time if you're dry. You just can't.
Baby, okay?
You got to stay hydrated. Amen. I love us for real. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye. The Black Fat Femme podcast is executive produced by Joey Pat and Dr. John Paul.
All content related to the show is edited by Chris Rogers.
This has been a podcast by iHeartMedia and Dr. John Paul, LLC.
The Black Fat Femme podcast,
where all the intersections of identity are celebrated, honey.
I know that's right.